Welcome back for part 2 of Unit 9's lecture. In this lecture, we'll talk about all of the remaining minerals that are important to the human body's operation, at least as far as we know at this time. Nutrition is an ongoing science, so other minerals may be discovered and deemed to be important to the human body. Iron and magnesium can be referred to as the power minerals because they are both important components of the body's energy production process. Iron is a trace mineral, which means that our body's requirement is less than 100 milligrams. I've always found it surprising, actually, that iron is a trace mineral because it plays such an important role in metabolism. Iron is a component of hemoglobin and myoglobin. Hemoglobin is the iron-containing protein that carries oxygen to the red blood cells, and it accounts for about 2/3 of the body's iron. Myoglobin is the iron-containing protein that takes oxygen available to the muscle cells. It accounts for about only 15% of the body's iron. Iron is also present in a group of proteins that are needed to obtain energy from the macronutrients, of course, which we remember are carbohydrate, protein, and fat. And last but not least, iron plays a role in immune system function and brain development. I think this demonstrates that while our bodies do not require a great deal of iron, that small amount is extremely important. Iron is available in the form of heme and non-heme iron. Heme is more easily and directly absorbed by the body and is found in animal sources. Non-heme iron is present in plant sources and is more difficult for the body to absorb. However, non-heme iron is still an important source of iron, especially for vegans. Non-heme iron can be made more easily available to the body if it's eaten along with sources of vitamin C. Again, we can look at the My Plate graphic and see that some form of iron is present in a large variety of foods. Although meat, fish, and poultry are good sources of iron, many grain products and tofu are fortified with iron. Iron deficiency anemia occurs when red blood cells don't contain enough hemoglobin. Look at the graphic on the slide that shows normal red blood cells and anemic blood cells. We can see that normal blood cells are smaller and in greater number, while anemic blood cells are larger and fewer in number. People with iron deficiency anemia often present with signs and symptoms such as pale skin, fatigue, inability to concentrate on tasks, and headaches. Females, particularly those of childbearing age and/or who experience heavy menstrual blood losses, are at greater risk for iron deficiency. It can also be seen in children who present with poor physical growth and abnormal mental functioning. Treatment for iron deficiency anemia includes taking supplements and adding iron-rich foods to the diet. You can also add sources of vitamin C to your meals to enhance the absorption of iron, as we mentioned before. And interestingly enough, using an iron skillet to cook acidic foods can help increase iron uptake. Magnesium is the other power mineral. It too is a major mineral and has a variety of functions that include energy metabolism, enzyme activity, and maintaining bone health. It also helps maintain normal blood pressure levels. Deficiencies are rare, but may be seen in older adults because of low absorption and greater urinary losses. Toxicities are not seen unless a person takes supplements or too much milk of magnesia for stomach discomfort. Magnesium is present in chlorophyll, the green pigment in plants, so plant foods are very high in magnesium. The trace minerals selenium and copper are considered the free radical fighters. Selenium is used to make proteins that act as major antioxidants, and copper is used to make enzymes that act as antioxidants. When I think of free radical fighters, I envision ninjas at work in our body. To that end, copper is also involved in iron metabolism, immune function, and collagen production. Deficiencies and toxicities of these minerals, like liver and kidney, are rare, but we can find them in foods such as seafood and whole grains. Iodine, zinc, and chromium are involved with regulating our metabolism. The thyroid gland uses iodine for the production of the thyroid hormone, which we mentioned earlier in our discussion of calcium. Another job of the thyroid hormone is to control the rate of cell metabolism. The major source of iodine is iodized salt that is used both as table salt and in processed foods. As a result, iodine deficiency is quite rare in the U.S., but worldwide, iodine is the leading cause of preventable brain damage. Zinc is needed for a wide range of functions in our bodies, most importantly, physical growth and development during pregnancy, childhood, and adolescence. However, it is also important for wound healing and maintaining our sense of smell and also taste. Food sources of zinc include oysters, red meat, poultry, and legumes. Zinc deficiency we don't see very much of in the United States, however. The trace mineral chromium plays an important role in maintaining proper carbohydrate and lipid metabolism. It is also used to promote energy metabolism because it works with insulin to allow glucose to enter cells. Cases of chromium deficiency have been reported only in malnourished children. We know very little about the safety of taking chromium supplements. However, the average adult consumes a diet that probably provides adequate amounts of this particular trace mineral. Phosphorus is a major mineral that is a structural component of bones and teeth. However, it also has other roles in the body such as DNA and phospholipid production, as well as acid-base balance and energy transfer. Food sources are prevalent, so deficiencies are uncommon. Chloride is another major mineral that has several roles in the body. And one is the production of hydrochloric acid, which is required for the digestion of protein. It's also necessary for the maintenance of fluid balance and acid-base balance. Chloride is present in all foods that contain table salt because the chemical name for table salt is actually sodium chloride. Deficiencies are rare, except in cases of prolonged vomiting and diarrhea where a lot of electrolytes are lost. Pedialyte, which contains chloride and other electrolytes, is often prescribed for this reason. This concludes our lecture on minerals, but please stay tuned for part 3 of the lecture, which covers water and alcohol.